for incredible, unforgettable years in Minnesota. I'm sure Minnesota fans are a little sad to watch, but the smile is still here on Cam Bynum making his debut as a Colt in the fall. Superstar safety celebration king. How are you?
I'm amazing. Doing
Yeah.
well. Crazy looking back at those memories and seeing, just collection of 4 years gone by. But I'm just super excited for this next chapter and just being able to do the same stuff in a new stadium and especially a new indoor stadium where the energy is always going up. I'm excited for that.
When you watch those things, those highlights, what's like the one thing from the Vikings you're taking with you?
I think just the fun. I think that's the one
Mm.
thing that I realized over the years, especially going in to the NFL rookie year and thinking it's some type of super intense game where everybody's serious, bunch of grown men playing football, but we treated it like we're still kids playing a kids game. So that's the one thing that I realized through my 4 years, just getting more and more comfortable in the league every single year
Mm.
and realizing, okay, it's okay if we have fun. As long as you're balling out, making plays, you deserve to do the dances and deserve to, just have the fun. Just like we're not putting all this work in for nothing. So that's probably the biggest thing that I want to carry with me just the rest of my career, no matter what. I'm going to be having fun regardless.
With you, it's almost like you need that. It's not
I
like,
need
oh,
it.
we get to celebrate like
I
that. If
thrive
you
off of that.
couldn't do that, I don't know that you could be performing at the level that you do. Like you need that ability.
Yeah, for sure. That's something that I need. Just the fact that I need some type of reward for my work, going through the whole week, being so locked in and watching so much tape, watching so much, just all the film and all the practice, what we do, we got to have some type of outlet, and that's game day. And if you're not treating the one day you have a week on game day to have the most fun you can have, then you wasted it, in my opinion. So I personally thrive off of that. If I'm able to do something, my energy is going to be up regardless.
I asked Kevin O'Connell, he was nice enough to join the show and he speaks so highly of you. And I was just like, all I want to know is like, who's taking over for celebrations? And I forget who he said. He didn't quite have it worked out yet. But
Probably
then
said Josh
I did my work. What'd you say?
He probably said Josh Metellus and trying to get Harry to go.
He did.
Harry will not do it. We begged him.
He's not going to do it?
No way. He might do one just because he knows this is probably his last dance, but
yeah,
I'm not sure if we can get Harry to do anything except jog to the sideline.
I would love to see Harrison do something. I saw Harrison a month or two ago, and he was just like the gritty, these celebrations. Like he's so not into it. It's so funny to think that you two existed on the same defense.
And it's funny that he had a lot of good ideas, but he'll never be a part of any of them. So I'm like, I wrote some stuff down that he suggested before, but he's like
what?
No, I'm gonna just watch. I'm like, why are you suggesting if you're not gonna be a part of it? But that's my guy. So it's just one of those things where we had to understand over time, no matter what, he's just gonna be the old uncle watching from a distance, but being happy when we do something.
What kind of ideas did he have? What was his big idea?
He had a good one. It was kind of far-fetched because it's kind of tough. The dirty dancing lift where you lift somebody up. I'm like, first of all, I'm not jumping up there because I don't trust anybody to lift me up mid-game and hurt me so I can't return. He had a few that will get for sure fined and penalized.
The fact that Harrison Smith wanted like the rom-com of the 80s,
exactly.
the dirty dancing. Did you guys practice a dirty dancing? Did you guys try to do it?
No. I shot that down. I was like, that will be viral, yes, but I'm not going up there unless you do it. I said no.
Yeah.
So we didn't even get to
Odell and Eli did it for a commercial, I remember, but never in game. What's funny is that you won't do that because of safety issues, yet somehow you jumped out of a plane in Dubai. Talk me through this.
How'd you find this? So funny part, this is my 5th time skydiving. So that's one thing that I'm obsessed with, being a thrill junkie, and just anything that is like fearful or dangerous, I like to do, just because the fact that I'm able to, conquer a fear. I feel like it affects me when I'm on the field. I'm like, okay, I can't be afraid, no fear, no hesitation in anything. If I can jump out of a plane, I can do anything. So yeah, fun fact, this is my 5th time going. And when I went to Dubai earlier in this offseason, I went 2 days in a row because my sister chickened out the first day. So I'm like, all right, if she's brave to do it the next day, I'm going again.
I've done it. And my face did not look like that. Like, why does your face not? Is this CGI? Is this AI'd or something? Did Grok do
crazy.
this? Because You know, like your face isn't being blown back. Like I don't like you look so calm. And that's your 5th time doing it. Got it. And this was, by the way, before he signed his deal. I don't think you'll be
Yep,
skydiving.
exactly. I was a free agent.
Colts
I was
fans
unemployed
like,
at the time.
yes,
I was unemployed,
relax.
so
He
I'm
jumped.
safe.
Yes, he got his thrill seeking junkie stuff like out the way. Everybody calm down. And then it's time for the congratulations and the celebrations and the dances, because you got a
Exactly.
much deserved, you earned this, Cam, 4-year
Appreciate that.
deal. When I saw the news, want to know what I thought of?
Would you say?
I thought, like, how did he get, like, what was the play? Like, what was the play that they were like, F yes, we need him, to an AFC South rival, right? Walk me through what I think was the play that you could just be like, yep, it is the game sealing pick up against the Jags week 10.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, the game ceiling. You said it yourself, just being in the fourth quarter under 2 minutes, and they're kind of driving on us, got to midfield, and it was a middle of the series. And it was just one of those where we saw an adjustment. We're like, okay, now we can do it. And just the fact that I was able to catch that ball was probably the most impressive part in my mind. Just thinking back on that, like that's a tough catch to make. And in the clutch, and the fact that I got my celebration off against now one of my rivals in the division. So I think that was for sure the one that they looked at, was like, okay, if he keeps doing this over the years, we're good.
And you hit the celebration of the year off of it. You were top 5 when it came to making plays on the football last year, according to our friends at Pro Football Focus at PFF. Now, I did my research, and I just have reached out to a bunch of people, and I have it on good authority that Coach Lou is going to let you bring the celebrations to Indy. Tell me, has there been a conversation between you and he, between all of that? Explain.
Me and Coach Lou actually have not talked about that, but I feel like at this point it's a given. If I'm there, I think that's what they understand. Like this is what comes with him signing here. This is what comes in that guarantee of money, that it includes dances, but the dances include turnovers. So that's the main thing. He knows that we're gonna go out there and get the ball. And I've even talked about it with the other DBs, especially Kenny Moore, one of the vets in the room. I've been talking to him like, no, we have to bring this energy and we have to turn this whole stadium up. I want it to be the most fun atmosphere that they've seen there since Peyton Manning days. And that's just the energy that I'm coming here in Indy with. But yeah, like I said, they know what's to come with Cam Bynum. They know it's going to be the fun and the energy, but the plays being made first.
I like the fact that you guys you seem to have like a notebook. Like when you're saying Harrison has ideas, you write them down. Like, I think it's very funny that I mean, we've all seen the behind the scenes footage and like how seriously you take it and how it's a part of your game. You got like the most celebration friendly mascot now in the business to maybe be a part, maybe you absorb the fine, maybe you guys do that, because blue's a lot of fun. And I'm wondering if you can right the wrongs of Harrison Smith with DeForest Buckner. Like, what's it going to take to get Defo in on a celebration, I wonder?
He'll do it. I think he's been in the league long enough, but it's just, I don't know about his dancing skills yet, but I know for sure I would trust him to do the lift, the dirty dancing lift. He seems like somebody that I can trust doing something crazy, whether it's throwing me into a backflip or something crazy, just crossing the line of like, okay, you're borderline crazy for doing this. But I think Kenny Moore, I just think a lot of guys, Jonathan Taylor came up to me the other day and he was like, hey, I want to get in on some celebrations. I'm like, all right, you got to run off that. He's like, I told him, you got to run off that sideline. We're taking fines this year. I don't care. We can pay him now.
This is like, it's so incredible. And it is the fact that you have Jonathan Taylor saying, I want to get in. That's like literally amazing. And it's a game. It's a tone setter. And it sounds like you have tryouts. It sounds like it's not, I mean, you sound pretty like, do you hold tryouts for who gets to do it? That sounds like it.
It's just, if you know you can't dance, you'll fold in the moment, stay back. But guys like him, that was literally the first conversation we had when I met him. So I was like, okay, he's serious about this. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, DeForest Buckner is like maybe the one person in the NFL I would trust to do a lift. Like you found your guy. No offense to Harrison or anybody like, I feel like that's great. Okay, let's see. I want to look at the Colts schedule. Okay, because you're in obviously new conference, new vibes, new everything. A lot of new opponents for you.
Right.
It must be fun. It's certainly going to be challenging. Is there a game that sticks out to you, my friend?
I just think being in a new division, that's what I'm excited about. We played this whole division last year when I was in Minnesota, but being able to just see the NFL and see NFL teams from a different angle, now being in different division, I think that's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking forward to the most, just seeing those teams twice a year. Because it's different when you play somebody once a year and it's just like, I would say the games don't matter, but it's being in the NFC the past 4 years and then playing
Mm-hmm.
AFC teams and it being just a different conference. It's teams that you don't see as much. So being able to consistently go against new guys and new players on those teams and create those little rivalries that you have going across the ball, going against people across the ball. I think that's going to be the most part I'm looking forward to. And then
So
also playing
basically, Cam Ward week 3, the divisional matchup, basically.
exactly. Yep. I'm trying to create rivals. I know just from seeing the videos, Cam Ward, seeing the type of competitor that he is, that's going to be fun to play against, and then the new guys, Travis Hunter,
Yeah.
just all new guys in the division. I think that's going to be fun and for sure want to start creating the rivalries back in these divisions.
I would like to see that schedule once more. Let's take a look at that because I don't think, let's see that. Yeah. You don't get the defending champion Texans of the division till week 13. They've got like Zaire on your team, of course. Has he filled you in on that rivalry? Because it's been very heated the past couple of years. That's one that matters, those Texans, and you play them week 13 and 18.
And it's smart they put it at 18 because they know that's going to be the game that decides it all. But I've heard, and especially just from guys and just talking to guys from on both teams, they're saying, yeah, that's the game that's the one where everybody's energy is crazy, super lit, trash talk, everything, just because we know that that's the one that's up for the division. So that's the one I'm looking forward to. And just knowing that that's also a really good team too. I played against them last year in Minnesota, and it's just a stacked team. So I'm excited for that one for sure.
What made you say Travis Hunter? Like, obviously, I didn't put it together until you said it. Like, obvious, and I just saw him this weekend at the rookie premiere. So much being made of how he's used. Now he's in your division. Like, I'm trying to think of what you see him week 14 for the first time. So we're going to know how he's being used, whether it's more on offense or defense. What do you make of him trying to prepare? I mean, it's not that we know he can do it, right? Like the talent is like, you can play both ways. You can do that. Like, is there something about the preparation that doesn't make sense? Like like the getting prepared to play both sides, it must be insane. What are your thoughts on the Travis Hunter experience?
First of all, I have a crazy amount of respect for what he was able to do in college, and especially that he'll be able to do it in the NFL. But it's just from what I hear, the fact that he's a super football junkie and all he cares about is football. So I believe that he'll be able to do the whole playing both sides thing. But just for me, the amount of time that I spend just learning the defense and learning a game plan throughout a week and having to do that on offense and defense, you got to be a different type of player for that. And I know that from what I've heard that he's capable. So it's going to be fun being able to go against a player like that when he's playing offense, be able to go against him, but also seeing him go on defense and be able to do what he can do there. So it's just something super cool just for the NFL and just for football overall, just for the sport, that there's somebody out there that's playing both sides consistently in the NFL. And I'm excited to see that.
That's nice. I feel like that's like a very non-bulletin board material thing until you try to pick them off.
That's good. Good right now.
Week
just
14. Yeah.
But it'll be different later on.
Yeah, Steichen, they're going to love that. They're going to love how you just handled that. Have you been on the field with Anthony Richardson? I need to know just the first impression. I know you had to watch tape on him last year. What stands out about Anthony Richardson in your eyes?
I'm really just going back to the tape last year, just game planning for him. We ended up playing against Joe Flacco, but we still had the game plan for both quarterbacks last year going against him, and just seeing him now, just the strong arm that he has. I think that's the most obvious thing. He can make any throw on the field, and he can make insane throws on the run. And I just think he's a player that really can do it all with his legs, doing it in the run game, but also being a dual threat quarterback, but also being able to stand back there and be a pocket passer. That's somebody that I look at and be like, okay, he can be the guy that takes his team to where we want to go. And just the stuff that I've seen him do on film, there's plays that we had flagged, like this is what this guy's capable of. So we have to be on point when I was playing against him. And now him being our quarterback, it's going to be a fun one for sure, being able to watch him do what he can do.
I love that. Now I know that you're really actively involved in growing flag football in the Philippines, your home country, your whole family's from there. You wear it so proudly. I love seeing that. There was some news today that came out that the owners are expected to vote to allow NFL players to play in the Olympics in 2028. Right. Like they don't want you skydiving, but they are okay with you playing flag football in the Olympics in 2028. What do you think about that?
First of all, I think skydiving is a lot safer than playing flag football in the Olympics, but that's something that I think would be good for just the international game of football, being able to have NFL players playing it, and also just a shot at people being able to compete for a gold medal, whether it's for the U.S. team or whether I can go and play for the Philippine team, whatever, just to get people out there to go play, because it's a whole different sport. That's one thing that people don't realize, that flag football and NFL ball is completely different. And just being able to go learn something new, but the fact that people can, NFL hopefully can go play in it, I think that'll be super cool. And I've heard, how NBA players talk about how they're able to represent the country. It's like the biggest pride that they have in sports, even more than playing for a championship in the finals. They say getting that gold medal was up there with winning championships. And I would love to experience that one day. And I think, especially in the NFL, we gotta make that happen, because I know a lot of guys that feel the same way and want to represent our country or whatever country they're from, and really take this thing and the new challenge of being flag football, a whole different sport, and see how we compete with the people that play flag football for a living.
One of the sweetest moments I feel like in sports over the past year, and I like follow Kevin Durant, like just his emotions in talking about what it is like on Netflix and just chasing that goal. I think he's got 4 of them. I need to know the Team USA, and Philippines aside, Team USA, because if they can have NFL players, right? USA wins gold if these 3 players are on the USA flag football team. You pick.
Lamar Jackson at quarterback, because nobody's catching him. I'd say Tyreek Hill, because the smallest players are the best flag football players in the world.
And speed.
And speed. Then you got, I say Justin Jefferson on offense. Defense, I'd have to go. I got to put myself, because I want to go medal. Then I'm going all corners. I'll take Jalen Ramsey and Pat Surtain.
And Jalen Ramsey,
people
really?
That could lock up. Just people that could lock up, and that's the game of flag football. You just got to play man.
Yeah, I got to play. Yeah, and I like that you're saying that it's different. I love what you do. Like, obviously, you have all these youth football camps. You have all these like ways to get kids more involved in flag, and it's really beautiful. I'm going to keep you through the break because I have one more question for you, but appreciate you for joining us on the TV side. We're still very much live on YouTube. We'll be back after this with James Palmer. I want to ask you about, you mentioned Justin there. So I want to ask you a little bit about JJ. Don't get mad at me, but I'm really putting the pressure on the Vikings to win the Super Bowl. Can they do it without you? I don't know, but I feel like they're built, they're ready to go. I know JJ was hurt. When you were around him, like people want to use him as this like reason that they aren't contenders. Like, oh, we don't know what JJ looks like. Is that fair? Or am I right? And like, no, they got to win with him and he's ready to go.
I know he's ready to go. The fact that he had a season-ending injury in preseason and we still saw him every day, that says something in itself. The fact that he did, you can tear your meniscus and it'd be a full season injury, and okay, it's fine. It's normal to not see somebody the rest of the year unless you go look in the training room at some random hour of the day and see him in there. But the fact that he was still in meetings, he was still, bothering us defensive players, asking what coverage were you guys here? What would you guys do in this play in the game? And those are the conversations that I had with JJ going through the season. And he's just coming up to me. Yeah, I'm like, dude, it's November. He's talking about next year. Like, bro, I'm so ready for this offense. And just those conversations that just told me that, yeah, he's different. The fact that he's sitting here after a game in the locker room and we're talking ball and he still has his knee brace on and walking through, flipping a football in his hand, throwing passes to guys in the locker room. I'm like, yeah, this guy, I want to say he's weird, but he's different. That's my guy. So that's somebody I respect. And I know that he'll be able to get the job done. And I think they're in good hands having him there. And regardless of what happens, I know he's gonna figure it out and thrive in any situation he'll be in.
Oh shit, Cam! I really want them. I just want. I mean, they're not in your conference yet. I just want them to get there. It'd be. I mean, and you. I don't have to tell you how meaningful that would be. And he has Justin Jefferson. So like, I think he'll be okay. People who think that he's like a rookie and he's young and he can't. I think he'll be okay. Speaking of young, I want you to talk before you go. We happened upon Tiara, my producer. Quickly, there's this highlight reel. What do I need to know about Caleb Bynum? Let's go.
Ooh, okay. He's really doing every single thing that I'm doing, all the training and everything. So he really has the cheat codes, and he's the next one up for sure. He's a freshman, just finished his freshman year, but he plays football like a vet because mentally he knows the game and is able to copy everything I do. So my little brother Caleb, he's for sure the next one up, and being able to do everything that I do, train against and with NFL guys as a freshman in high school, and being 5'11",
Amazing.
175, 180 already. I'm like, you look doing way better than I was doing freshman year. I was about 115 pounds my freshman year of high school. So the fact that he's able to do that, I look forward to seeing his recruitment, and whoever can offer, whatever college coaches out there can offer him first. You guys got a special place in the Bynum family.
Yeah, you're watching Cam Bynum here. We're back on the TV side on FanDuel TV and all over still on YouTube. And if you want to, obviously, guys, sign up for the YouTube because we just got really great content about JJ McCarthy that you're going to need to see, but you got to subscribe to the Up and Adam Show YouTube page. You have a 4-day football camp happening in the Philippines, July 3rd through 6th. People will get this out there. Go sign up, get involved in football in the camp for you. It's Camp Beasy, I believe. So thank you for all that you do for the youth, for your nationalism with the Philippines, for your celebration and bringing this to the Colts. I'm so excited. It makes sense. I love it. I love Coach Lou, and I can't wait to see what you do for Indy this season.
Yep. I'm excited. Thank you so much for having me. As always, enjoyed my time. And I'll for sure see you again.